Right, I'm going to move fast through this, so hopefully I get it all correct and you understand it. So what we have here at the top is we have a chronological order of notes, okay? If we go in the circle of fifths, we start at B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get E, A, D, G, okay? If we do the circle of sevenths and we start there, we wind up going backwards, okay? Circle of fifths, circle of sevenths, okay? Here's our white keys, here's our black keys. That's in the circle of 5-7, circle of 5-7, that's our pentatonic black keys, okay? If we take our notes, our natural scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and now we break it up, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, okay? What do we get? We get our chords, okay? Our chord progression, which is also our staff, okay, for music, which is also in the guitar, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, D, F, A, C, E, G, B, okay? Now, if we break it down further, okay, you saw the bead box that I had. We can take our circle of fifths, okay? That gives us our key that we're in. If we also arrange it this particular way, it gives us our chord progression, D, F, A, C, E, G, B, D, F for our diminished. We can further break this down into a smaller box, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and also our chord progression, E, G, B, D, F, A, C, E, G, okay? Now, if we take our chord progression, our staff, and we overlap it, and this is where it gets interesting, okay? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, okay? Chord progression, overlap our chord progression. We run it out in a bigger box, okay? And this is where it's crucial on your starting point because we have D and D at the end of it, all right? You want to make sure you start with your first D, right? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, okay? D face, D face, D face, okay? In your progression, you run it all out, it gives you your scale here, followed by your scale here, okay? We also have our scale that runs this way, and we also get our 5-7 that runs diagonal this way, okay? From D to D, D to D, C to C, and then E to E. And if you notice what winds up happening with this progression, okay, is we alternate our scale to give us our chords, which also happens to be alternating in circle of 5-7, okay? B, E, A, D, G, C, and then D, G, C, F, start back, B, E, A, okay? So when we do this, and we write out our entire chord progression over all the keys, we keep that in mind, okay? G, C, F, B, E, A, D, G, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, B, E. Write everything out in lowercase, uppercase. Lower for black keys, uppercase for white keys. Okay? So we've overlapped everything, okay? When we take this, hold on one second. When we take that and we expand it out, okay, and we run it all the way out for everything, we can take this box and we can shift it. And now we could go from G to G, okay? I know I'm coming 4 in, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be the key of E, okay? That's going to give me my E scale right here. That's going to give me the circle of fifth progression, okay? And it's going to give me my scale going backwards this way, right? So we could also break it down to where we actually run our entire progression up in tone, okay? Here's our circle of fifth progression, or excuse me, our chord progression. Here is the circle of fifth progression, and here's a scale for C. And as we move up, G, A, B, C, D, E, G flat, G. Okay, there's our G flat, there's our only G flat, and there's our chord progression. Okay, And the interesting thing about this too is what we get a scale in between our scale. We get a circle of fifth in between our circle of fifths and seven, and we get a chord progression between our chord progression. That's something different. All right. So you can start with the D on the end, but it gives a totally different perspective of it. You still wind up getting your scale and your circle of fifth, but as you notice, you're out of sync with the other one. So that's pretty much it for putting music, everything music, really, breaking it down to our scales, into our chords, into a more recognizable pattern that we can shift easily and see how everything works. So yeah, that's pretty much how everything is constructed. So not much more to it. I think that's that. So peace, love, stay strong, rock on, fret 9.